on a mission. The sewing shack is shameful. Been a dumping ground since I moved inside, and today we're gonna battle through, clear it, and see what happens. Today is the day. The shed or sewing shack is getting emptied once and for all. Here we go. I'm showing you a little bit of the before. We've got bags piled up everywhere, rubbish and bits on the side. It's just basically a bit of a dumping ground. So I'm going to spend the day clearing this, sorting all the fabric out, and then we're going to come back and decide what the heck we're going to do with it all. Do you get my drift? Can you see my problem? Stuff everywhere in that shack, and to add to it, the roof started leaking. Fortunately, all of my fabrics are in plastic containers, so they're safe, but it needs clearing out so that we can fix the roof and actually start using it again, but not for dumping fabric in. So I'm halfway through emptying what was my sewing shack out, and this pile here is fabric scraps that I want to keep. So I'm going to sort through them, and I've got hopefully a good way of organising them, and when I've done it I'll show you. I'm going to iron them all, make them all nice and neat, cut off all the straggly bits and get them all tidy and sorted. So I've sorted out all the scraps, ironed them all, gone OCD on them, made them all pretty in the hope that I use them, and I'm storing them in some zip up bags that I already had. I used to use these for storing clothes in when I did my summer and winter changeover. Now it's got 3 compartments, so I've got small woven scraps, medium sized woven scraps, and my larger woven scraps all in here. These are ones that have accumulated over the years and were hidden in the naughty sewing shack. So I need to keep it under control. I need to try and work my way through these, as well as the scraps that I'm making from my sewing for 2026. I'm not going to beat myself up. I got these from Amazon yonks ago. If I can find them again, I will pop the link below, because I think it's a really good way of storing your scraps. They've got windows on the front, so I can sort of see what I've got in each size of scrap. And fingers crossed, it'll help me keep my scraps under control in 2026. Have you got somewhere that you dump all your naughty fabrics that you don't want to admit you've got? All the big things that you just don't have any room for? Well, I've been on a mission to empty the shack, and I want everything that I use for my sewing in the house, but tidy. Now I only have this small area for sewing, so, and every one of my cubbies is full of fabric and full of notions and things that I do actually need to use on a daily basis. So where else am I going to put all the rubbish? Well, it's not rubbish, is it? Not to me. All the things out of the shed that I actually want to keep. Things like rolls of wadding, stuffing, interfacing, all the big bulky stuff that you actually need, but you ain't got anywhere to put it. Well, I've been working with a joiner friend of mine and I've got a solution. So I'll just take you to the hall and then you can see what the amazing Ian has done for me. So we're in the hall. I've had a lovely glass staircase fitted by Ian and matching under-stairs storage in 3 pull-out cabinets that are on casters. They've got really nice sturdy handles on them, and we'll just have a little nosy inside. They've been made out of oak with brushed steel handles and I love them to bits. So inside the tallest one we've got a hanging rail for cloaks when I've moved all my bag making boxes, but they fit nicely in the bottom of there. The middle one has got all my fabric scraps on the top 2 shelves, and then the bottom one has got everything that I need to take to the sewing socials, the leads and things. And then the smallest one is full of wadding, and wowzer, clearing this sewing shack has been a task and a half, but I've done it. I'm sorted. I just need to decide what I'm doing with all these bags. The table is full of them, and underneath the table is full as well. They're all full of fabric and notions and crafty things that I no longer want but don't feel that I can charge and destash them. So let's count up. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 big bags full of stuff. So what I've decided is give my ladies at my social that I'm doing in February first dibs on everything, and then I'll put it all back in the cart, what's left, and the next day obviously I'm going to take it to the charity that I've found in Bolton that will take everything that they don't want. So it's a plan. And then we can renovate the sewing shack because the roof started leaking. Whew, glad I've got that done. Weight off my shoulders. Let's go back inside now and I'll show you what fabrics I'm destashing. Well, who knew I had so many fabrics in that shack, all carefully stored in plastic tubs that I'm never going to use. So they're all going into destash. Let's count them up. There's 18 lengths of fabric going on my destash. So the link is below. Pop over and have a look and grab yourself a bargain. They start from £5 for 1.5 metres of fabric. It'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? So I'm committed to offloading these. There may be more going in there as I sort through my cubbies that are in my current sewing area, but all my fabric now fits into those cubbies. I'm happy with it and I want to keep it healthy and under control, so these are definitely being destashed. I've chosen 5 fabrics out of my destash to showcase with you today, and hopefully when you pop over there they'll still be available. The first one is a viscose twill and it's in purples, blues, blacks, greens, an abstract leaf pattern. There's 3 meters of this. I bought it at the Stitch Festival last March. Just not really feeling it and don't know what to make with it. So I'm offloading it. 3 meters of that beautiful fabric is in the destash. Fabric number 2 that I've chosen is one of Steph's fabrics. I love this and I'm trying to resist. It is a corded rib stretch jersey. Now I know she bought this from Ruth Creates when we went to her social, and we both fell in love with it, and Steph bought some. It's stretch vertically but not horizontally. It's a floral pattern in a khaki on a black background, and there's 3 meters of this beautiful fabric. Make an amazing dress for the spring, wouldn't it? So 3 meters of that. Absolutely loving it. Trying not to buy it myself. The third one is one that I picked up at Abercarn's. I have made a top in this, and I think I've made a dress in it, and this is what's left of it. It's a viscose jersey with purple flowers on it, or lilac flowers on a khaki background with like a mustard yellow leaf. It's quite light and floaty. There's 2 meters of that left, so enough to make a dress or a couple of tops. Number 4 is some jumbo variegated cord in an autumnal colour. Rust, not an orangey rust though, a brown kind of rust colour. It's beautiful fabric. I got this from Little Legs a while back. I've kept some of it, but there was an awful lot of it and too much for me to use. So I'm offloading 2 meters of that jumbo cord. And then last but not least, get your sunglasses on for this one. It's a cotton sateen from Narina Hansen. There's 2 meters of this. I think I got this online when I was at the sewing retreat last March, and I just don't know what to make with it. It's on a navy background, which I think is what is putting me off, because navy and me don't go together. But there are 2 meters of it, plenty to make a spring dress if these are your colours. So go and have a look. They're my top. These are my top 5. There are 18 fabrics in total over on the destash, so get over there and grab yourself a bargain to do some spring sewing with. So what do we think of my under-stair storage units? I am chuffed to bits with them, and they weren't on the cheap side, but we didn't have any storage at all under the stairs, and the only other option was to frame it out, put possibly shelves in, and just have doors on the front, which is okay. But I know that it would become a dumping ground all over again. With the pull-out units on the casters that I've had made, I can see everything right to the back of every shelf, and won't struggle, fingers crossed, finding things like the wadding, the interfacing, the stuffing, the scraps that are in the big bags in there. I can just go, I know where they all are, I can get them out and get more sewing done, which is what it's all about, isn't it? Anyway, today isn't a sewing day, so I better go and clear out that horrible, damp, cluttered sewing shack. See you in a bit.